Well, Brady, let's get started with the basics. So first off, how did you become an Oklahoma fan?
Well, by virtue of I was born in Oklahoma, but my dad was in the Air Force. So my whole family's from Oklahoma. So I just happened to be born here because in 1990 we were our military was fighting abroad against Iraq. So my dad was in Saudi Arabia. So my mom had me here in Enid, Oklahoma, which I have no connection to other than being born there.
I applied
Uh,
for a job in Enid, Oklahoma, at the
oh,
very beginning
really?
of my at the beginning of my career. They called me, but I had already taken another job.
Well,
Hmm.
I'm assuming like you got a different job and had some success in that
Yeah,
job. I'm going just going to say you should be happy you didn't end up in Enid, Oklahoma. So let's just
I figured.
yeah, it's I'm sure it's a lovely town. I other than being born there, I think I drove through once on the way back from Red River, New Mexico, and I stopped at a Freddy's to get a burger after a 9-hour drive. And I'm sitting at the Freddy's and I look outside and I see Bass Memorial Hospital and I go, huh, that's where I was born. Oh well. And then I moved on. So yeah, whole family's from Oklahoma. And so my dad was an OU fan. And he cursed me with the fandom because now every Saturday in the fall I'm angry, even if OU wins. Like
Oh,
he could have been an Alabama fan, that could have been
yeah.
cool. He could have been an Ohio State fan, but no, it's fun. Being an OU fan is both a curse and a blessing at the
Well,
same time. So that's my little OU fan origin story. It was always fun being an Air Force brat because we were stationed in a bunch of places, and being in the military, being a military brat, you're always surrounded by people from all over the map. And I was always, whenever I would meet people and say, "Yeah, my name's Brady Trantham. I'm from Oklahoma," they would just say, "Hey, do you like the Sooners?" Like that was always like the easy thing because this was before the Oklahoma City Thunder were a thing, so it was always
mm,
OU football was the connection. So it was kind of forced upon me even before I really wanted to get into being an OU fan. But the coolest thing was probably we were stationed in Abilene, Texas during the largest portion of the 5-game winning streak against Texas in the early 2000s. So that was fun.
yeah. Well, if you're born and raised to be an Oklahoma fan, if you're also angry every Saturday, it sounds like you were born and raised to be an SEC fan too, because that's pretty much how
Yeah.
we
That's
are. So,
we all operate that way.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I meant. I don't think we were recording, but it's nice to be a part of a conference where everybody has the same energy level as you.
Right.
All due respect to, Iowa State's had a nice little program run for the last 5 or 6 years. Baylor is up and down, but they've been completely different than what they were when the Big 12 was formed in the mid 90s. Oklahoma State, Kansas State are solid top 25 programs year in and year out, but for the most part, these programs as fan bases only care when OU shows up. Then they suddenly care, and if they happen to beat OU, then they're like a
Oh yeah.
passionate fan base that gives a damn. If the status quo happens and OU just wins by 40 points, it's like, oh yeah, but basketball season's coming up and we got you there.